Hello friends, it's a high honor once again to welcome you back to Rick's Garage. What you see before you is one of those common, what they call a drop light. Uses an incandescent bulb. And as is typical, the bulb happens to be blown at this time. I have not used this light in many years. It is both obsolete and I believe it to be dangerous. It's attached to a retractable reel up high. I don't know how well you can see that. Like I said, I have not used it. Once in a while someone will come into my garage and I'll catch them using it. And I tell them that they're unsafe. One of the biggest reasons it's unsafe is if you drop it, this bulb can pop. This isn't quite so bad because it's got a plastic cover, but some of the ones with a metal cover were really dangerous. What'll happen if you're working on an automobile and you have a flammable liquid on the engine, such as gasoline or some of the penetrating oils, this thing can drop, cause a spark and create a fire in your garage. I've heard tell of garages burning down because of these. Someone working on a fuel system spills a little fuel and then happens to drop this thing, and next thing you know, your garage is up in flames. The other thing is, I don't know if you ever used one of these. What'll happen is you'll hook the little hook onto something and it always seems to turn in a way that you don't want it to, and you always wind up having the light exactly in your eye instead of where you need it. Now, I said these are obsolete. There are a number of nice lights now. So I want to show you some nice lights that can be used in its place. This first one is a hood light. It hangs on your hood of your car when it's opened. You can see that each end has like a little hook thing that will connect to your hood. And then when you turn the light on, you can see it's quite bright. It shines right down on your engine compartment. It's wonderful. This is something made by Eastwood. I don't think this particular model is available anymore, but they have a facsimile that is equally as good. Another thing that's available is the Astro light. It has a magnetic base, it swivels, and it's bright as hell, and it's almost indestructible. And if you bang it, it won't break, it won't cause any sparks. So this is very nice. Another one is the Braun light. This light is very similar to the Astro light, except for it pivots up here, and it is very handy. It also has a magnetic base, and also has a light at the end. So this is another nice light. It can be used instead of the dangerous drop light. Now here's a light that comes in handy for under the car. You can set it down and it shows light straight up when you're working under the car, or it has a little bar that you can stand it up and aim it on an angle. This is another great little light. So another nice little light is the Milwaukee Rocket Light. It uses a Milwaukee 12-volt battery, or you can plug it in. And this is very bright. And it lasts a long time on battery. I was trying to do a test with it on one of the Milwaukee 12-volt batteries to see how long it would last, and after about 3.5 hours I gave up. And also this thing extends up about 6 feet or more, so it's really a nice little light. Now here you see I've got the rocket light fully extended. I just wanted to show you that. Now these other two lights you might be familiar with. One is a halogen light and one's an LED light. They're both pretty bright. I use these off and on. Generally, the reason I have two is the halogen light throws a lot of heat. So in the winter time when I'm working in the garage, I use the halogen light to benefit from the extra warmth. And in the summertime, I like to use the LED light because that does not throw any heat. So that's the reason I have two. I'll turn them on for you. So I've got these two lights on. You can see how bright they are. Like I said, the only difference is one throws heat and the other one does not. So that's about all I've got as far as showing you alternatives to using the drop light. What I'm going to replace this drop light with is this retractable reel with an extension cord. I feel that would be a lot more useful in my garage. It's 30 feet long. The garage is 24 by 24, so it'll reach to all areas of the garage, even outside. So that's my project for today, is exchanging that dangerous drop light with a very useful retractable extension cord. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is unplug it from the wall outlet. It's plugged right in where the garage door openers are plugged in. So that's unplugged. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is try to unscrew this center hole, and hopefully the thing will drop down. I think there's one screw on each side. Yeah, just to fill up. All right, get that one out. And I'm going to hit the one on the other side. Okay. So hopefully this thing will drop right down, and it does. Very good. So let's get the old bracket out. Okay. I see there are two screws. Here we go. All right, we'll get that screw out of there. Okay, so I've marked off where I believe the floor joint is, and I've got a screw that's long enough to go through the strapping and actually into the floor joist. So let's see how this works out. So let's try this right there. All right, I'm into the floor joist. I can feel it now. There. Now, I've got to put another screw in. Yeah. And we can feel that we went right through the area where the strapping was and right into the floor joist. So that's pretty tight. The reason I wanted to hit those floor joists is I don't want this thing falling down on anybody's car. And even worse, I don't want it hitting anybody in the head, namely me. All right, so the way this one works is we stick it up there. There's a rod that goes through it that holds it in place, a little safety rod. We're going to line up that hole. There we go, we got one lined up. Try to line up the other one. There it is. Okay, now that's hanging there nicely. We'll go ahead and plug it in. Hopefully it'll reach the outlet. And it seems to quite nicely. All right, that's plugged in the way it's supposed to be. Now I got a little safety clip that's got to go on there. So we're going to install that safety clip. It's like kind of like a clevis pin type setup. It's ready to use. Now, as for the old one, like I said, I don't think it's safe, so I think I'll just throw it away. All right, so thank you very much for watching Rick's Garage once again. Before I go, I'll post 2 videos to your left. Feel free to click on one or the other should you find them of interest. And to your right will be a picture of my avatar in the form of my trusty German Shepherd. Feel free to click on that if you wish to subscribe. So thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you again really, really soon.